What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our San Jose Sharks franchise mode. We are in round number one, taking on the Anaheim Ducks. We got a little bit of a good fortune on our side. Seems that they have an injury on their team, just like we do. Jonathan Quick will be back for round number two, probably midway through it, near the end of round number two. But he'll be back if we make it that far. Barbanov obviously gone for the rest of the season with a separated shoulder. He'll be hoping to bounce back next year. But the Anaheim Ducks, big injury for them. John Gibson, a torn hamstring. He will be gone until at least probably round number three of the playoffs. So we will be going up against their backup goaltenders. Not so sure that that's the greatest thing in the world for us, as you'll see in a minute when we go and look at their roster. They do have Grant, who's going to be gone for until probably the Stanley Cup Finals if they made it. And they got John Klingberg and Jamie Drysdale playing hurt, with a neck strain and a sore hip, but it's the playoffs, man. You got to play through everything if you're going to be in the playoffs, all right? So going into the lineup, like I said, of the Anaheim Ducks, they got Jacob Silverberg with Trevor Zegras and Troy Terry. That's a good first line. Max Jones with Ryan Strome and Frank Vetrano. They have Mason McTravish with Adam Henrique and Isaac Lundstrom. And then their fourth line is Maxime Comtois with Sam Carrick and Jacob Perrault. So one thing you'll notice with this team is they are very young, and that means we are going to be seeing a lot of them in the playoffs more than likely in future years. Defensively, they were trying to sell a lot of these players at the deadline and throughout the season. More specifically, they were trying to get rid of Klingberg, Fowler, and Shattenkirk. That was who they were trying to move on from. But the idea for their defensive core, they're going to be going with Cam Fowler with John Klingberg, Jamie Drysdale with Dmitry Kulikov, Euro Vekanainen with Kevin Shattenkirk. Goaltending, which is where I was telling you about, they have Anthony Stolarz with Lucas Dostal. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because who are they going to start going into game number one? If I was them, I would go with Lucas Dostal. The dude is a 22-year-old goaltender, probably has starting to elite potential for them. He's already considered a backup. Like, get this guy some game time. He might just take the starting job away from John Klingberg in the offseason if he plays well enough, or maybe he becomes the backup goaltender and they move on from Anthony Stolarz. Or are they going to go with the veteran Stolarz in the playoffs and just give him that starting nod? I mean, Stolarz has been bouncing from the NHL and AHL throughout the past little bit. He kind of found a home here in Anaheim, but I'm not really sure what they're going to be doing there. Not really in the slightest. Now, we did make some line changes as well. More specifically, offensively, we made some line changes. Alrighty. So our first line is going to consist of Dylan Larkin with Jumbo Joe. We are going to have Jumbo Joe being on that first line. We're hoping that Dylan Larkin and Timo Myers will kind of even him out. That's the reason why we're moving Logan Couture down. Not only that, but he's dropped from a top 6 potential down to a top 9, so he will be probably dropping an overall next year. So we're going to move him down to the second line. Just to kind of even out the lines, I'd rather have an 86 with 87 with an 82 rather than the reverse 82, 80, 87, and just stack that first line. I'd rather try to spread it out, plus it gives us the 2+1s. But anyways, Dylan Larkin, Jumbo Joe, and Timo Myers. Timo Meyer will be that first line. Second line will be Luke Kunin with Logan Couture and Tomas Hertl. Third line will be Oscar Lindbaum with Noah Gregor and Kevin LeBlanc. And fourth line will be Matt Nieto with Jesper Weatherby and Evgeny Svechnikov. All right, we are going to have Svechnikov in there. I was thinking about throwing Foligno in there, but honestly, I think we might move on from Foligno pretty fucking fast in the offseason. We tried to make it work here, and it just didn't really work out. Defensively, it's all the same. Kuznetsov with Carlson, Dumba, Vlasic, Ferraro, and Nutavara. Goaltending, same as well. Kakniani with Aaron Dell. As soon as Quick is ready to be playing, though, we are going to slot him in as the backup goalie, and Dell will just sit on our bench for the remainder of the playoffs, if we were to get it that far. But without further ado, let's jump on into game number one. We will be away on the road against the Anaheim Ducks. See how this is going to go. 5 minutes into it, we are out shooting them. Power play to Anaheim, and they're going to score shortly after that. Ryan Strome on that second line scoring against Kakaniemi. There's Trevor Zegras, so Anaheim starting to figure out Kakaniemi. And Erik Karlsson going to get us back within 1 on Anthony Stolarz. But Shattenkirk, like I said, I think Anaheim has figured out Kakaniemi. And we are going to be going into period number 2 down 3-1 and being outshot 12-11. Not a big difference in the shot category, but still not the greatest outcome in the world for us when it comes to the goal category. 3 goals on 11 shots. Come on. In the playoffs, you got to be better than that, Kakaniemi. So going into period number 2, we're going to be looking to bounce back. 2 goals. Marc-Edouard Vlasic gets us back within 1. A lot of defensive goals from us today. We must be screening the goaltender pretty good, cycling that puck up top. Power play to Anaheim. And John Klingberg is going to score for Anaheim, giving them a 2-goal lead again. That's how they got off to that hot start to start this game. We gave them a fucking penalty. And they made us pay as soon as that penalty was over. So Nutavara gets a hooking penalty, and Myers got a penalty. So, guys, penalties are fucking killing us right now. Third period, another power play to Anaheim, killed off, and they're not going to score immediately following it. Lindbaum gets us back within 1, so 4-3 is the score. We are catching up in the shot department. We need 1 more goal. Come on. Come on. Power play to Anaheim. And that's going to be killed off. Let's jump on into the final 2 minutes. See if our team is going to be able to battle back here. All right. 2 minutes left in third. Game number 1. We got to battle back here for San Jose. We're going to lose the face-off. Fowler got it for Anaheim. He's going to lose it. Come on, we got to get the pressure on. Lindbaum. Poke checked away by Henry. Fowler saucing it over to the right wing. Big hit. Karlsson, Knizov. Knizov to Lindbaum. Come on, get that puck. Lindbaum! Trying to go high blocker. Didn't work. Henrique poked away. Lindbaum again out front to Couture. Trying to go high glove side. Stellaris. Great save, though. Oh, you bitch. You bitch, Anthony. We have been beating them in the face-off department. Usually that helps you figure out who's going to win the game. Got Jumbo Joe out there. We're going to lose the face-off. Fowler looking for somebody. Poke check misses. Going to get it over to Troy Terry. He's going to get hit as he dumps into San Jose's net. We don't know how to feel the puck behind our net. Terry hit. Loose puck out front. Zegras, Silverberg. Hit out to Myers. Poked away. Dylan Larkin now trying to go wide. He's got the speed. Up top, Knizov shoots high glove, and Stellaris going to glove it down. 24 seconds. No, and yeah, 24 seconds. I think do we got 6 players out there now? We do. Goaltender is pulled. Thornton wins the faceoff. Karlsson to Myers. Myers up to Knizov. Knizov walking in, over to Thornton. Shoots high, blocker instead of glove. Almost gets it in, but that's a nice save. Thornton again, out front. Larkin trying to go high glove. Poked away. Max Jones now got it. He gets it both. 7 seconds left. Myers cuts in the middle. Hurdle shot. Release. Myers shoots. 1.9 seconds left in the third. Timu Myers scoring a goal with a loose puck in front of the net. Holy shit. Of course there's not going to be a replay. It doesn't show, like, a lot of cinematics anymore, but it's kind of annoying. And that'll be it for the end of the third period. We battled back. Myers getting it past Stellaris 4-4. Going into overtime. Jumbo Joe out there probably just got an assist because of that. Team put up pressure. Team was looking good against Anaheim there. That was our top line against theirs. And now we'll do the same in overtime. Erik Karlsson passing up to Myers. Myers gets hit. Silverberg regrouping back in his zone behind his net. Going to move it up the wing, make a move, losing it to Larkin. Dylan Larkin using his speed to move it outside. Cuts to the middle, saucing over Knizov, shooting low. He gets hit as he shoots it, but it was a save. Big hit on Zegras. Regrouping, Larkin gets the shot off, but blocked by the defenseman. Here they go the other way, 3-on-2. Terry losing it. Knizov to Larkin. And Sharks heading the other way, and they're going to mark him as offsides. Good step there by the Anaheim defenseman. Both teams keeping their first line out there. Thorin wins the faceoff again. Knizov over to Meyer. Meyer between the legs. Keeping it up. Slap shot is blocked. Carlson down low to Larkin. Up to Myers. Up to the defenseman. Over to Carlson. Carlson trying to get a slap shot. He gets hit off by Terry, and it goes the other way. Terry gets hit by Knizov and losing it. Second line now out. Couture to Larkin. Larkin shot. Saved, and he's going to be pinned along the boards. Kunin. Over to Vlasic. We get stick lifted by Max Jones, losing the puck. And Jones and Anaheim going the other way. Over to Fowler, trying to go 5-hole. Had the chance and didn't but quite make it. Good save, Kakinen. Kunin shoots on the toe drag. He had the goalie beat, but he shot it wide. Kunin out front, 1T, and there's a good defensive stick there to keep that 1T from connecting. Fowler over to Vetrano. Vetrano getting pushed around by Hurdle, who's going to lose it as it goes deep into San Jose territory. Matt Dumba passing over to Couture. Couture to Jones. Jones to Vetrano, who loses it to Dumba, who then gets hit. Vetrano gets it and goes offsides. Fast-paced game, man. Fast-paced game. Finished 8th and 9th in the league standings this year. 8th was the Ducks, 9th was us. Winning the face-off. Dumba. Over to Gregor. Gregor passing it wide to his winger LeBlanc to Lindbaum. Nice little spin move. Vlasic trying to pass it back to the forward, covering for him. No good. Kakinen leaving the puck. Picked up by Adam Henrique. McTavish outlook. Fuck's sakes. Anaheim's got it. Lundstrom looking for someone. McTavish out front. Trying to pass it back. No good. Gregor picks it up for San Jose. It goes behind the net. Ferraro to Nutavara. Over to Gregor. Over to Lindbaum. Lindbaum trying to find something. Stolen away by Shattenkirk. Good pressure by LeBlanc. LeBlanc to defenseman Navarra. Still with it. McTavish got the puck. And he'll be passing it up to Lundstrom. Here comes Anaheim the other way. Good stick there. He's still got it. Lundstrom out front. And our defenseman Ferraro is slow getting up. LeBlanc poked and hit. That's the way they teach you. Lead with the stick, finish with the body. Comtois to Perrault, who gets hit off the puck. Weatherby got it for San Jose out front. Trying to find something. Over to Navarra. He's going to hit Svechnikov. Trying to toe drag around the defender. No good. Poked away by Perrault. Shattenkirk leading Carrick, who's going to lose it to a San Jose player. Svechnikov trying to get down low. No good. Kulikov gets it for Anaheim and dumps it on into San Jose territory. Knizov throws it around to the corner. Carlson up to Svechnikov. Svechnikov killing time to Lang. Passing it back to Carlson to Nieto, trying to break it into the zone. This Anaheim team is doing very good to keep that puck out of, they're really good against the zone entry. 3-on-2, shot, rebound opportunity, and kept out by Weatherby. There you go, good defense out front. Meyer trying to get something going. Puck is poked away, he's still got it out front to Larkin. Shot hits off the face mask of Stellares. Strome. He gets hit. Myers recovering it. Larkin over to Jumbo Joe. Thornton poked as he tried to pass it. Myers trying to hit Larkin. No good. Larkin to Knizov. Knizov to Carlson. Down low to Myers. Out front Larkin. Larkin backhand. Kept away. Thornton out front. Shoots and scores! Joe Thornton. Game winner. Let's go. And game number 1 is fucking going to San Jose thanks to an overtime winner by Joe Thornton. Alrighty. So we win game number 1 in overtime with Jumbo Joe. That's fucking huge. So Joe Thornton, basically in 2 games, has 2 game-winning goals. He did it against the Oilers at the end of the season, and now he's done it against the Anaheim Ducks in overtime. That dude is going to be a fucking legend. He's already a goddamn legend, but dude is now just writing an even better fucking chapter to his, to a better chapter to his career. Looks like we are going to be having a playoff in the minor leagues as well, as William Eklund will be looking to lead the San Jose Barracudas to I don't know what it's called in the minors. I really don't. Calendar Cup? Is it Calendar Cup? I think it might be Calendar Cup. But we'll find out at the end of the season. Anyways, going into game number 2, I think we're just going to keep things the way they are. It does suck that so many goals were scored, but I think it was just the jitters of our team. Okay, so game number 2, still in Anaheim. They're going to be pretty pissed after a comeback victory from San Jose, but San Jose got the momentum on their side with that comeback victory. 5-on-3 power play. We're going to kill that off. And Joe Thornton gonna score again. Power play to Anaheim, killed off again. Sam Carrick's now gonna score and make it a 1-1 game. So Joe Thornton, 3 games, 3 goals for San Jose. Holy shit. So 1-1. At the end of 11 shots apiece. Power play again to Anaheim. We're literally just handing it to them. Anaheim has not taken a single penalty. That is their first penalty, and we don't even fucking capitalize. They have had, what is that, 8 penalties now? 8 fucking penalties. Fucking Lundstrom's now going to score, and Anaheim's in a familiar spot up 3-1 going into the third. We're out shooting them 23-18. Who the fuck is taking penalties? Fuck you, LeBlanc. Fuck you, Myers. Fuck you, Larkin. And fuck you, Dumba. You pieces of shit. Alright? No more fucking penalties. You guys can't be fucking taking penalties, you dumb motherfuckers. Third period. Down by 2. Power play again to Anaheim. Long power play. Who the fuck was it? Because you're benched next game. Who the fuck was it? Ferraro? Benched. You're fucking benched. You were a minus player in the fucking in the major leagues. You're fucking benched. Fuck you, Ferraro. You're fucking benched next game for Clendenning. Fuck you. Alright? We're going to keep on going. Final 5 minutes in the second period. Nieto is going to get us back within 1. Oh, we are in familiar waters. Alrighty. Krieger against Carrick. Anaheim's going to win it. Kulikov going down the boards. Gets hit off it. Krieger over to Ferraro. Moving it up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Up top, Ferraro. Walks it in. He shoots wide. Krieger up top to Ferraro again. Ferraro killing time. You're benched. You're fucking benched. You're fucking shit, Ferraro. You're fucking shit. You're shit. You're shit. Krieger now is going to get poked away. Anaheim still trying to get after it. Krieger up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc hit off the puck. Come on. Stop trying to force it up the fucking side. We get an empty net. 6 guys out there out front. Hit away. Drysdale. Comtois. Lutavara. Up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc takes a shot. Rebound! Joe Thornton! Second goal of the game. Ties the game up at 3 apiece. 3-3. 4 goals, 3 games. Kulikov. Knizov to Thornton. He gets hit off. 20 seconds left. Zegras. He gets hit. Absolutely demolished. Drysdale losing it. Zegras trying to get something going. He gets hit off the puck by Knizov. Larkin losing it. Myers up to Larkin. 8 seconds. Larkin moves it in, looking for something. Curls in, 3 seconds up top. Larkin. Carlson had it. He fucking passed it and would have had the onesie, but that was a good poke check by the defender. And we battled back again to force another overtime here in game number 2, thanks to Jumbo Joe. Holy shit. Fans and the NHL community's got to be going fucking nuts. Fucking nuts right now for Joe Thornton. Thornton against Zegras. He's going to lose it. Larkin has it for Anaheim. Over to Thornton. Thornton shot. Save. Cam Fowler tossing it up. Intercepted by Larkin. He's going to try to throw it down low. Thornton to Myers. Myers out front. Shoots. Rebound opportunity. Zegras is going to get it though and break it out. Here comes Jakob Silverberg. Dylan Larkin gets it out of the zone. Klingberg to Zegras, trying to get some zone entry, going back into his zone. Back to Klingberg, over to Troy Terry. Terry to Silverberg, out front. Zegras, 1T glove save by Kakkonen. There we go. So Trevor Zegras, the young kind of face of Anaheim now, known for his nifty moves with the puck, nice skill moves. Not able to win it there. Carlson trying to pass a defensive partner, can't field it cleanly. Myers down low, Larkin 1T goes wide. Carlson up to Knizov, to Couture, who's going to lose it to Silverberg. Passing on the other side of the ice, Terry now skates it, passing over to Zegras. Zegras is going to dump it into San Jose's side and get a nice dump in chains. Carlson going to hit Couture. He's got a 2-on-1 opportunity. Goes into the corner, curls out. He's out front, trying to go 5-hole. He gets hit before he can get a clean shot off. Solars is just going to cover that one up. Joe Thornton 1 goal away from a hat trick today. He had the overtime winner 2 nights ago in this building. Can he do it again? Kulikov to Drysdale to Petrano. Petrano gets the puck poked away by Kunin. Kunin caught from behind by Petrano. Anaheim trying to get the other way. Battled away by Hurdle. Kunin back with it. Over to Hurdle. Hurdle trying to go 5-hole rebound. Strome bouncing off the board to Petrano again. Petrano trying to get something. Passing it out front. Can't handle the pass. And here comes San Jose thanks to Vlasic. Lindbaum hit off. And Kulikov will kind of recover it back in his zone. Drysdale. Down low, escaping pressure. Back to Petrano. Over to Drysdale again. Strome. He's going to get hit. Still got the puck, though. Kulikov poked. Over to Petrano. Petrano to Strome. Back to Petrano. He's going to get hit as he crosses the blue line. Dumba to LeBlanc. LeBlanc curls back. Backhand pass. Intercepted, but Gregor's going to battle for it. Svechnikov over to Vlasic. And they're going to get some zone entry. Vlasic gets hit. Over to Svechnikov. Shooting low pad. Trying to get that tip out front. Or rebound opportunity out front. Not going to happen. Suarez recovers nicely. And he's going to cover it. Let's go. 11:44 left in overtime. Lundstrom up to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk over to Henrique. Henrique off the boards. Out front, McTavish. 1T save by Kakkonen. Alright, so rebound opportunity, face-off opportunity for Anaheim. They're going to win it. Backing in over to McTavish. Out front to Lundstrom. He gets that poked away. Svechnikov will hit Weatherby on the breakout. He'll dump it on in. And here comes the forecheck. Pressure on. Vakinen curls away from the pressure. He's going to hit Shattenkirk up the middle. He breaks through. That's a miss. He's still got. He'll dump it into the zone. And Dumbo will get pinned. Puck goes behind the San Jose net to Vlasic. Vlasic to Dumba. Over to Weatherby. Weatherby dumps it into the zone, and he'll change after that. So nice dump and change. Henrique. Over to Vakinen. Walking in, he'll get hit. Ferraro. Behind the net. Pressured. Lundstrom. Up to the defender, and he misses him. Now we'll go all the way back to Stellaris, who will throw it out to Fowler. Now up to Lundstrom, over to Henrique. Seems like Anaheim's got some little momentum happening here. Thornton over to Ferraro. He'll lose it. Peralt over to Klingberg. Myers, nice interception off of Klingberg. Myers still got it over to Larkin. Larkin trying to get a shot off, no good. Larkin up to Meyer again, over to Thornton, up top to Navarro. He walks in, shoots high, blocker save. Fowler getting it for Anaheim now. Following a nice little offensive pressure by San Jose. Puck is loose. Ferraro will break it out to Couture. Over to Kunin. There's going to be a penalty. Kunin gets the shot off. Couture gets that one poked away. And there it is. Going to be an interference penalty on Sam Carrick. I don't know what you did, buddy, but you cannot do that. He seems to be applauding the ref. Ah, there it is. Got a little too handsy with Ferraro there. Now let's see what our team will be able to do on our first look at this power play. Face-off win. LeBlanc up to Carlson to Thornton. Thornton's shot is poked away, and Drysdale will dump it down. All right, so we'll start from in our zone. Hurdle. Moving up to Kunin. Kunin poked. Still got puck. Over to Hurdle. Out front Thornton. Thornton trying to get something. Rebound opportunity. Poked by the goalie. Terry's got it and dumped it again. At least we got a shot off. So it seems our team's trying to get a nice rebound goal happening. LeBlanc breaking into the zone. Hits up Hurdle. Hurdle's trying to go high. Blocker no good. Kunin to Hurdle. Hurdle shot. High and wide. Pinned along the boards. He throws it low. No support on the fucking power play. 2 on the puck, guys. You should not be outnumbered when you are on a fucking power play. LeBlanc can't cover or can't clean that pass cleanly. He'll lose it. Silverberg out in front of the net. Carlson's got it. Pressure on him. LeBlanc. Up top to Kunin. Shot is wide. LeBlanc again. Up top to Dumba. Dumba shot is blocked. Dumba again gets a rebound. Trying to go along the post. No good. Save by Stellaris. Larkin taking the face off. He'll win it back. Dumba, quick shot, rebound opportunity for Couture, but he couldn't field it cleanly. Oh, Myers to Couture. Couture gets hit and will lose it. That's what happens when you turn the wrong way. It happens, but man, you gotta turn the right way. Svechnikov up to Meyer. Timu Meyer. Walks it in, trying to get it. No good. We literally walked into their defenseman like a bunch of dumbasses. Off the boards to Larkin. Pats the man to the center. Instead, he fucking tries to make a move. No good. Svechnikov. PK is over. We are now 5-on-5. LeBlanc trying to hit the man in the center. Poked away. Good stick there. LeBlanc throws it down low. Thornton. Curled away. Shattenkirk's got it for Vetrano. 2.5 minutes left. Pressured by San Jose. Vakinen. Back in his zone. Out front to Shattenkirk. Now over to Max Jones. Still trying to get out of their zone. They get poked. Back in their zone again. Vetrano. Over to Jones. They're finally in San Jose territory. Out front. Vetrano. Shot low. No good. Svechnikov. Pinned. Throws it behind the net to Dumba. Matt Dumba. He'll hit LeBlanc. Skating it in himself, cuts to the middle, and he gets hit. That's why you don't fucking cut there. Thornton. Back in his zone, passing it to Dumba, who loses it. Jones to Fowler. Down low, good stick, Svechy. LeBlanc gets hit along the board, still trying to break it out forcefully. Over to Kunin. Now over to Thornton, who will lose it. Literally just by skating. Puck hopped on him. Puck hopped on him. So now we got Hurdle, Couture, and Kunin. Face off won by San Jose. Over to Vlasic. Dumba. Toe drags into the defender. No good. Fowler. Trying to break it up. No good. Comtois. Going to get hit and lose it to Kunin. He gets hit and loses it to Comtois. Now Fowler to Carrick. Carrick wide over to Peralt. Do you see what's happening here? Do you see our like how our defense is, or our forwards are like charging up to hit, and there's like 2 of them following the guy? That's weird. Kunin to Carlson. Eric Carlson cuts in the middle over to Kunin. Kunin shot, low glove, tipped off the glove and goes wide. Comtois to Klingberg, 40 seconds. Oh, and here we go. Klingberg brought over from Dallas. Peralt to Comtois, save! Kakkonen. He doesn't commit to one side or the other. Good save there, buddy. Good fucking save. Fourth line versus their third line. We're going to lose the face-off. Klingberg to McTavish to Lundstrom. Tied up out front. McTavish losing to Kulikov. Nieto over to Weatherby. He's going to hit Svechnikov. That's poked. Svechnikov still with it. Still with it. Out front to Nieto. Shot. Opportunity, but it was blocked by an Anaheim defenseman. Henrique gets leveled not before he passes it to Lundstrom. Lundstrom over to Drysdale. Drysdale trying to go 5-hole, but he hits the pad of Kakkonen, and this will force overtime period number 2. Face-off one, Kulikov's got it, over to Thornton, he can't field it cleanly, and here comes Anaheim the other way. Zegras intercepted, pass, Larkin, coming the other way, cuts to the middle, yeah! Why can't we fucking field a pass, guys? You gotta fucking field a pass at this level. Zegras shot, that one will go wide. 1T by Zegras, saved again by Kakkonen. Both of these goaltenders will have 40 fucking saves each, at least, by the end of this one. Oh my god. Thornton lined up to take the face-off against Zegras. Tied up. Zegras has it, passing it up to Fowler. Fowler to Zegras to Sperry. He's going to lose it. Delayed penalty on Anaheim. Here they come. Myers out front, shot, and covered by Stellaris. And that will be a slashing penalty on Jakob Silfverberg. Ooh, no. And San Jose will get another opportunity here in overtime to get a power play goal. Oh, he did it on Thornton, too. Man, Silfverberg's beating up a fucking 44-year-old man. Face-off loss. Vakinen will dump it off the boards and will go the length of the ice. There's one chaser. Won't follow him behind the net. LeBlanc loses it to the blue line, saucing it out front. Vakinen's got it and cleared the other way. At least we tried to make a play happen. Svechnikov to Dumba. Dumba to Thornton. Thornton up to Kunin. Kunin trying to cut to the middle, and he'll lose it. Still got it. Still battling for it. Thornton shot. Save. Trying to go blocker there. LeBlanc out front, trying to go 5-hole, stuff it home. Power move. And Stellaris will cover that one up as well. San Jose's got that momentum, boys. We got that momentum. Face off one. Svechnikov gets hit, and he'll lose it because he had no fucking defender with him to pass to. Dumba, though, will back check and get it. Thorne to LeBlanc. Over to Thorne. 1T easily into the glove of Stellares. Larkin taking the face off. Couture to Hurdle. Hurdle shoots high, no good. Myers saucing it out front. Klingberg able to get it and bring it out of the zone. Hurdle wide over to Couture. Couture losing it to Fowler. Puck's out front, and we lose it again because we continuously decide to skate it right at the defenseman. Myers, look at that. Again, we just skate it right at the defenseman. Myers saucing out front, poked away, and dumped. Okay. Hurdle over to Couture. Couture over to Myers. Myers over to Couture, down low to Larkin. He can't control it. Larkin up front to Hurdle. He can't fucking control it. No one on fucking San Jose can control a goddamn puck. That's 2 goals that should have been in. Myers to Hurdle. Hurdle. Oh, gets up to the defenseman. Missed shot. Pass down low to Couture. Up front, Hurdle. Hurdle over to Larkin. Larkin back to Hurdle. Hurdle over to Carlson to Myers. Myers over to Couture. Couture out front. Seal got out front. Shot high. Blocker save. Larkin's got it for San Jose behind the net. Picked up by Myers. Myers out front trying to go 5-hole and then saved again. Couture's now got it out front. Over for the 1T from Larkin. Larkin pokes it away. He gets the rebound out front to Couture. Poked away by Carrot. And here comes Anaheim the other way. Holy shit, the offense that we had there. Oh, it should have been fucking over. Larkin back to Erik Karlsson. Karlsson to Couture, and he toe drags at the blue line with still feet and causes us to go offsides. God, our AI is so smart. So we got Lindbaum, Grieger, and LeBlanc. Jones will lose it, and there's a fucking slashing penalty. San Jose will be another man up. Jamie Drysdale slashing the fuck out of, who was that, Nieto? I don't think that was Nieto. Who was that he slashed? Oh man, that, you can't do that. That is very blatant. It's because he knew he was going to get beat. So we got Thorin, Kunin, and LeBlanc out. Gonna win it back. Vakinen to Shattenkirk. Off the glass. And down the length of the ice. Regrouping now. Dumba off the boards to Kunin. Kunin over to Thorin. Shot. Low blocker save. Come on, Thorin. Thorin still battling for it. Puck goes down low. LeBlanc behind the net and missed pass because you know we can't fucking pass. Adam Henrique up top, backing in, nice save. Kakinen, not Kakinen. Capo Kakinen? Yeah, it's Kakinen. LeBlanc, losing it. Thornton, shot again. Dude, we can't just fucking force passes. Shoot the fucking puck. Dumba to LeBlanc. LeBlanc cuts to the middle, no good. Kunin over to Dumba. Dumba tries to shoot high, and it goes way high. Stars will just snag that one down, and hopefully we will get our power play unit number 1 out there, and we will. They seem to be extremely tired for some reason. Larkin taking the face off, losing it to Fowler, and dumped the length of the ice. 50 seconds left on the power play. Dumba over to Larkin. Larkin will lose it. Couture's got it. He'll lose it. Fowler's now got it. Dumps it down off the glass. He'll go still as the computer forces it down the fucking length of the same exact boards. And now Anaheim's got it and goes the length of the ice. Dumba over to Svechnikov. Svechnikov to Couture over to Meyer. Timo Meier over to Larkin, who gets that one taken away, just as it always fucking does, because no one can... What the fuck? What the fuck was that, Hurdle? What the fuck was that? Svechnikov to Meier. Meier not going to find his man, and that's intercepted again. Kunin. Up the boards to LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Up top, Kunin. Shot is blocked. Drysdale will hit Terry, and Terry will get hit as Hurdle picks up for San Jose. Come on. Holy shit. Like, at this point, it doesn't even look like our Sharks are fucking skating. Looks like Anaheim's skating, though. Come on, we need the fucking momentum on our side. We should have fucking scored if people could have fucking controlled a pass. Got our fourth line against their first. That's a bad matchup. Nieto has it for San Jose. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. And intercepted pass. Oh my God. Knizov to Carlson. Carlson up to Knizov, over to Nieto, back to Weatherby. Weatherby, shot scores! Jacob Weatherby, the fourth liner, gonna score on their first line. There we go. Game number 2 goes to the Sharks, and we have taken a 2-0 lead here. 2 games, both a comeback from behind, being down at least 3-1. Oh, and both in overtime, too. Holy shit. What a series thus far. All right, so we won game 1 in overtime, 5-4. We won game 2 in overtime, 4-3. Now we're heading home into San Jose and our home stadium. We'll be looking to bounce, or not really bounce, but we'll be looking to continue this momentum. Hopefully pick up a regulation win, a dominant regulation win here in front of our San Jose Sharks fans. Come on. Period number 1. Timo Meier is going to score on Stellaris to open it up from the center of one of the circles. Power play to San Jose was killed off. Scores 1-0. 5 minutes left in the first, and we'll kill it. All right, so at the end of 1, we are up 1-0. Shots are 9-8 in our favor. That can change quickly. We need another insurance marker. Jumbo Joe! 4th goal! And fucking as soon as that happens, Anaheim bounces right back. Another power play goal for Zegras. Oh my God, this time's just fucking couture. And Terry's going to score like 40 seconds after Carlson. Now Zegras is going to score again. Holy fuck, no fucking defense. 4 goals in the fucking second for Anaheim. What the fuck is happening, guys? What the fuck is happening? So score is 4-4 going into the third. We had a 5-on-3. That one was killed off. Strome scores on Kakinen. Oh my God. It's final 10 minutes left here in the third. And this is fucking embarrassing. That's embarrassing if we don't fucking come back here, boys. That's fucking embarrassing. So 2 minutes left in the third, down by 1. This one should have been ours, but we fucking choked it. Couture to Hurdle. Hurdle toe drags, pushing off, and instead of going for the puck, he played the body. Off the boards to Lundstrom. Lundstrom taken away. Hurdle. Wide to Ferraro. Over to Kunin. Kunin's got it, stops skating, and causes him to lose it. 1 minute left in the third. Lundstrom. He'll get hit as he dumps it into our zone. Tavara. Over to Ferraro. Over to Kunin. Kunin trying to make a move. Loose puck out front. And now we got an empty net. Fowler pinned. And that goes behind the net. As you can see, no Sharks want to fucking go and get that puck. McTravish passes it wide to Lundstrom. No one will step up on him. So now here comes Anaheim the other way. Terry still with it. Shoots the empty net and he'll miss it. 20 seconds now left. Nutavaro over to LeBlanc. Up to Thornton. Thornton hits Myers over. Oh, he had Hurdle, and Stellaris makes a nice save. Oh, we had it right there to tie it. We had it to tie it. We'll win it back, knees off to Myers. Myers shot, rebound, shoots and scores! Svechnikov gets it on the back end. Oh, holy shit. That is what I am talking about. Evgeny Svechnikov on the back end scores with 7 seconds left to tie this game up and force another overtime for game number 3. This is the third game in this fucking series that we've had to come back from behind and win it, or possibly win it. Like, come on, boys. We need a dub here. Let's just get a nice early one. You've already made me sit through and commentate through like 3 different fucking overtimes. This thing's going to be like 2 hours long. Thornton wins it back to Knizov. Knizov gets pinned. Not trying to force a pass. He'll hit Thornton in the middle. Poked away. Larkin out front. Meyer shoots and scores. I asked for them to get it over quick, and they responded in favor of that. Timu Myers will end it early here in the first overtime. And we have won the 3rd game in a row in overtime fashion. 6-5. Let's go. So I know I keep saying that I want to make line changes, but like our team is doing, I mean, we're winning games. So technically speaking, I can't make a line change till we lose. Game number 4, still in San Jose. We are the only team, so far, we are the only team in this playoffs that has yet to lose a game. It could happen, but we're looking, fans I know are fucking looking to bring the brooms, buddy. Let's see what we're able to do. Game 4, still in San Jose. Hurdle, first shot of the game, and the slot will go in. San Jose taking a 1-goal lead here early in the first. And now halfway through, Trevor Zegras will fucking score on Kakinen. Up from the point, probably a slap shot. I wish I knew what kind of goal it was. But you know, we just don't, we can't get that detail. We just can't get that detail. All we can know is there was a goal. All right. Period number 2. 1-1 the score. Shots are in favor of Anaheim. Come on, San Jose. Ferraro! The man I said I would bench, scoring a goal. Power play to San Jose, killed off. Luke Kunin scoring from a weird angle. Weatherby fucking scoring from a weird angle. San Jose taking a 4-1 lead. Power play Anaheim. And that one will be killed off. 4-1 going into the third. Matt Nieto makes it 5-1. Power play San Jose. And I think it's fucking very easy to say now, San Jose Sharks will be moving on to round number 2, and they will be the first team to move on to round number 2. And just like that, boys, we are moving on to round number 2. The only team in this first round, and we're the first team in this playoff series to move on to round number 2, sweeping the Anaheim Ducks in 4. Jumbo Joe leading our team in points, 4 goals in 4 games, 9 points in 4 games. All right, this team seems to be gelling rather well. I don't like the fact that we had so many, so many goals against, but our team's still doing really, really well. Honestly, it really is a big factor that Jumbo Joe is here with us. What is his poise? 85 poise. This dude had overtime winners, clutch game winning fucking ability. The ability to tie it and force overtime. This dude has been everything we have needed him for thus far in this playoff. So moving on to round number 2, let's see what's going to be happening here. We got Calgary and Winnipeg 2-2. Got the Kraken and the Colorado Avalanche. Kraken are up 3-1 on the Avalanche, and a 2-2 series tie between the Nashville Predators and Dallas Stars. In the Eastern Conference, we got 3-3-1 leads. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning over the Flyers, 3-1. Panthers over the Bruins, 3-1. And Capitals over Carolina, thus far, 3-1. 2-2 series tie thus far between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New Jersey Devils. So let's advance it 2 more days. All right, so Calgary looks to be up 3-2. Colorado battling back 3-2. Not sure what's happening there. Tampa will clinch up. He'll be moving on to round number 2. So they are the second team to move on. The Tampa Bay Lightning, congratulations. And the New Jersey Devils have taken a 3-2 series lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. How's our minor league team doing? In minor league's situation, we are up currently 3-0. All right. Advancing on up. William Eklund has a concussion, and he will be gone for a month. That hurts. That hurts us a lot. So keep things going. We are now at April 26th. Calgary has moved on to round number 2. They have beaten the Winnipeg Jets 4-2. The Seattle Kraken have beat the Colorado Avalanche 4-2. Dallas Stars taking the lead 3-2 over the Nashville Predators. Looking over in the Eastern Conference, nobody's really finishing anyone off. We got a Game 7 forced by the Toronto Maple Leafs. That series now 3-3. We got the Panthers Bruins at 3-2 and Capitals and Caniacs at 3-2 as well. Back into the AHL, we going to win this one? No, we're not. So whoever the fucking CV are, they are battling back right now. We cannot let the reverse sweep happen in our organization, in our minor league. So Dallas Stars will move on to round number 2. So Western Conference is figured out, all right. So Nashville loses in round 1. Sorry, Nashville fans. Looking at the Eastern Conference, Toronto will battle back, beating New Jersey in round 1 in Game 7. Bruins forcing a Game 7 against the Panthers, and the Carolina Hurricanes forcing a Game 7 against the Capitals. All right, advance on up. Current round of the playoffs have ended. We'll find out who we're going to be playing next. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. We get a big old dub in our minor league system too. So our team, the San Jose Barracudas, will also be moving on to round number 2 of the playoffs. And it looks like we'll be taking on the Calgary Flames in round 2 of the playoffs. That's cool. That's nice to see. So let's see how things are looking. We got the Seattle Kraken against the Dallas Stars, San Jose versus the Calgary Flames over in the Western Conference. And then in the Eastern Conference, we have Toronto versus Carolina. Carolina came back from down 3-1, and so did Boston. Boston came back against Florida down 3-1, and they'll be moving on. So we got Toronto against Carolina and the Lightning against the Bruins. Oh, boy. This is going to be a nice, good playoffs, boys. But until round number 2, I will see y'all later. Bye.